Now the jury deliberated for the Infineon Hackathon, so let's go to the Infineon team. And I have Raphael Gattringer with me, and he's going to present the finalists and the winners of this hackathon. Raphael.
Yes, thank you for the invitation for the final part of our hackathon, the Hackathon Awards. And we had a great jury meeting. As you already said, it was really difficult in some discussions, who will win. Everyone was creative, everyone was showing effort. And first of all, I would like to invite Norbert Imlich, who conducted the circuit design track, to talk about his track, his summary, what he learned, and then also afterwards I will ask him who won the track. Please, Norbert, go ahead. What was your impression of the hackathon?
Thank you very much, Raphael, for the invitation here. Yes, we had a very exciting experience, 3 days of day and night work, and I would like really special thanks to the whole team making this possible, supporting in the background. Also Bashar, thanks to you, having these many support meetings. But in the end, we made it. Not all of us, unfortunately. This is why the third place goes to Tobias. He had a great idea of a bicycle charging station for mobile phones, maybe sitting many hours on his bicycle, and then by doing the energy with the generator, he would wanted to charge his. So it's really a kind of old-fashioned bicycle, not a e-bike. And yes, he couldn't go to the end, so he dropped out. And yes, if he's in now, a special thanks to you. It was a very creative solution, but you could not make it to the end. That's why third place. Second place then, was very difficult because Mohammed, with the project audio compression amplifier for a hearing aid, I really much appreciated the even shorter time you did, only 1 day more or less. Last night we started with the project, but you did a great job and already started using this tool, the Infineon Designer, which was the core of this circuit design contest, and you could make use of it and already simulate some signal processing and amplification circuits I saw. And please go on with this tool. Feedback also to us if you would like to improve it. And we have also new models from microphones I would like to share with you, since you did a great job with your project. Finally, the winner is, yes, the Team Iris with Autodust, an IoT sensor system connecting the real and the digital world. And that is actually also the reason why you won, Deblina and Avijit. Congratulations to this dream team. You brought with your system the philosophy and the vision of Infineon onto one system, and had also a clear structure with our paradigm, sense, control, actuate, power supply, safeguard and secure, together with the connectivity products we got now from Cypress acquisition. And in the end, your spirit was very nice. Over the 2 days, you stayed committed and teamed up and made also a great pitch today. And for this, you win the first prize. So congratulations to all circuit designers. Once again, stay healthy and, more important, stay Infineon connected. With this, back to Raphael.
Thank you, Norbert. What wonderful words. And I think the time zone is now quite different in India. So it was worth, I think, staying up and watching the awards. From this now, we want to switch from Vienna to Innsbruck to the biosensing track, the headquarters of the biosensing track, which is conducted by Ronald. So Ronald, tell us about your track and your experience.
Yeah, thank you very much, Raphael. Thank you for having the possibility to be a part of this hackathon on the other side, so to say. And very special thanks I would send to Holger Wech, who supported a lot in the background, which was not obvious for all of the rest. So, out of the idea having two electrodes, which somehow can somewhat connected be to a human body or any other device, we have been wondering about the ideas which could come out of such an activity. And starting with Aaron and Martin, convivial guarding, it was quite an interesting idea to realizing a whole ecosystem of the Danube. They named it Danube in a box, and to give a basic understanding of such a system and dealing with the Cypress devices in gaining the required signals out of the system. Then we had the Midnight Programmers dealing with a very, very interesting idea in a very, very, let's say, easy way of brain-computer interfacing, with the idea to integrate electrodes in the glasses, for example, with quite a huge background in electrical engineering and computing competencies. And the third team was given by Bitgear. The team was interested in the usability of the PSOC devices for their own developments for other products. And they showed an impressive performance in terms of time, because they received the hardware just Monday morning, and so had no possibility to step into the details earlier than that. So, what to say? What we have seen is that the feedback related to the PSOC devices, and especially the PSOC creator, was quite extremely positive. So it has been proved that this is a great system which allows you the combination of analogous and digital components on one die, so to say, and having easy access into the details of an analog signal chain towards the filtering and processing possibilities on those devices. Yeah, and what shall I say? At the end, we have come to the conclusion that Team Danube in a box is going to be the winner for the overall idea, bringing an ecosystem to, let's say, everybody's home or everybody's school, with state-of-the-art technology for giving a lot of people the possibility to understand what is going on in an ecosystem. And this is just an example for ecosystem that they have been displaying. You can bring this in every other level, so to say, and even see a company as an ecosystem. And who knows what comes out of this project idea? I think it's a very interesting starting point for the future. Thank you, Raphael. Therefore, I would like to give back.
Thank you, Ronald, and congratulations to Aaron and Martin. You did a wonderful job. Congratulations. Right. The next track we want to talk about is the 3D track. So I would like to hand over to Markus. And Markus, please tell us about your experience with the 3D track.
Yes, thank you very much. The 3D track was actually a very challenging track. We had a specific task. We had set it up right from the start to be virtual, meaning no hardware required, but basically simulating hardware. And we had also designed it from the start to be centered around the manufacturing use case, employing a robotic arm. And in so doing, we were joined by the Technical University of Vienna, who very kindly supported us here, quite strongly actually, so thank you to that. Professor Schlund and his co-worker, David Costolani, helped us here in supporting. They provided a virtual robot simulator that can be accessed through the web. The source code for that simulator is open source, is available. And this, of course, made it an ideal playground to use in a virtual hackathon. Of course, on the other hand, you had to get to know the code. You had to, find the right places where you add your own code. So that posed some specific challenges. But here the TU Vienna supported us quite as well. We used to have 2 teams in this track. Unfortunately, one team didn't show. So in the end, we only had 1 team working in this track. And they progressed quite well. In the first day, they implemented a simulation of a 3D camera, which was actually the first task. And then they started working on a use case. So the idea was basically to find an object in a 3D point cloud and then steer the robot arm to pick it up. As they worked in MATLAB, they basically implemented that part that gets the data from the simulated camera and transfers that into MATLAB, and this is where they did the visualization. They didn't get around to actually implementing the application in real life, but the purpose here was more on getting the idea and showing that it could work in principle. This worked quite well. It was nice to work with the team. The team was very self-sufficient. It only took them a few questions and a little bit of help on the second day to get things actually going. So hats off to that. And well, it is of course a bit difficult to nominate a winning team if you only have 1 team in the track. So the PSS team is the winning track, I can announce, in the 3D track. So congratulations to you. You did do a great job, and I think you did earn this award. So with that, thank you very much, and I'm passing on back to Raphael.
Yes, so at this stage, we want to thank our partner, also our sponsor, PMD Technologies. They sponsored a PMD Monster time-of-flight camera with an Infineon chip integrated for this track. Markus, do you want to say what we thought about the track?
Yes. So the camera was intended to be used in the 3D track as a time-of-flight camera. Of course, we made this an entirely virtual track. And so with only 1 team in the track, we felt it is a little bit strange to provide an award of such magnitude. We talked to the team, and the decision that we took was the following. All 3 students from the team are currently working at Infineon as working students. And for that time, they will be given this camera, the Pico Monster, so that they continue the work on the project, and also as a sort of a motivation to continue in that direction. After that, the camera will be passed on to the Technical University of Vienna, where the camera is used in the robotic sensing projects of the TU Vienna.
Thank you, Marcus. So the camera is worth 1,500 euros. So
Yes.
I hope that's a nice price. I never worked with a time-of-flight camera. Marcus is one of the guys, I'm sure, who I already had one as a demonstrator, which I had from Marcus, but it's not something which we already had at hackathons. So I think this is also a special prize to have, at least for a period of time. And afterwards, research can continue at TU Wien.
Of course, the nice thing about cameras from PMD is that they are well supported with a nice software library. So you just plug them in and they work practically out of the box. Of course, working with 3D data is challenging, but at least you do not have to fight the hardware.
Okay, thank you, Marcus. Thank you for to PMD, to Tristan and his team. And the last track we have is now the soundtrack. So Julian, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Raphael. So for the soundtrack, well, the track was a very open track. So it was pretty much up to the teams what they would come up with. And well, let's start at first, basic description of the track. So every team got one of our silicon stereo microphones on a Shield2Go, which is part of our rapid prototyping ecosystem. And they also got a Raspberry Pi with an adapter to put the microphone shield directly onto the Raspberry Pi. So with that said, all the teams received such a hardware package, and the task was basically just do anything which is innovative, which you can come up with using this hardware and machine learning algorithms. So I was really surprised by the results. It was not much time to work on the topic. I did not receive many questions, but still the outcome was very nice. So every team implemented a very nice application. Every team was able to work with the system we provided. So I was really happy about this. And yeah, one team, in our opinion, had a particularly innovative solution. The winner team solved a very recent challenge and showed that it is able to detect lung diseases using our microphone and machine learning. Therefore, I want to congratulate Statis and Saria from iBreath. You won the soundtrack. Thank you, Raphael.
Thank you, Julian, and congratulations. Hands in the air. Congratulations to all the teams, also now the soundtrack. So now that the winners were announced, so if you are in the winner team, you will now receive an email to join us on Zoom after the final words. So for the final words from Infineon, I want to invite Stefan Rohringer, and I'm our deputy CTO of Infineon in Austria. And I'm very happy that he's here again because he opened, so to say, the hackathon with the hackathon keynote. And now he's got concluding words again and to close the circle, so to say. So please, Mr. Rohringer, please, the floor is yours.
Mr. Gattinger, thanks a lot. Yeah, it's a pleasure to open and to be back in the end. Congratulations to all the teams. It's incredible what you did in only a few hours, because although it's long, it's only a few hours. Very high engagement. I have seen all the presentations now at the pitches. Really great stuff you did. I liked all the ideas. It's wonderful to watch that. Half of them with relation to manufacturing. 2 of the winning projects have a link to manufacturing topics or can extend to that one. So I think we made it nicely for either the manufacturing EIT plus the open innovation. And I guess that's the nature of hackathons, to be open for new ideas. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for all the organization, all the support which was given from wherever. That's the benefit, at least from these virtual setups. and looking forward for hopefully a real hackathon with real meeting possibilities, with exchange, with coffee or whatever for the next time. And I invite everyone to continue on this journey of innovation. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Rohringer. Thank you so much for giving us the honor. I see now we have the first attendee who's joining us from the winner teams. So I asked the studio to invite this first winner team to the panel. Okay, we're still trying to solve that. Perhaps then a question in the whole round, to the whole round, to everyone who's contributed, the difference between a real in-person hackathon and an online hackathon. Final question, and how do you see the future of this format? Anyone who wants to answer? Perhaps Julian, we talked already yesterday. What's the benefit of the real hackathon in person and the online hackathon?
Yeah, benefit of a real hackathon, of course, that you can meet the people physically. I always liked in the evening, for example, when you go from table to table and talk to the different people, see what they are working on. And also, as Infineon is also a company which has a lot of hardware available, it's nice if you can take all this hardware to the location and let the people tinker around with the hardware and really hack on the hardware. We made this possible in this virtual event as well with sending the hardware, but as Raphael found out, this is not always super easy. Also, what's easier at a physical hackathon is that you can provide, for example, stuff like soldering irons and cables and so on. So it's never happening that something is missing and really blocking an idea. Yeah, but there are certainly also advantages for virtual events. So, yeah.
Okay, so thanks, Julian. We'll see how the future is going to develop. For sure, it was very interesting and challenging, but also rewarding trying out this new format. So then let's conclude from Infineon side and switch over to the track winner. So it's finally arrived into the Zoom meeting. Statis already has his camera on. So Statis, please, some words of a real winner and for you and Saria. Thank you.
Well, I'm extremely happy that we won. I can't stop smiling for the last few minutes. To be honest, I didn't really expect it because Dylan's prototype was really top of the drawer, and but I do understand that it's kind of relevant to the situation. And I also wanted to thank Julian for doing all the soldering and sending us a fixed prototype. So thank you so much for this honor, and I will be sure to use it in the future. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Statis. And as prizes, I want to add that all the hardware teams, please, you can keep your hardware. This is also a prize in itself. We hope so. At the other hackathons, we usually collect certain hardware again we use for other hackathons, especially the more expensive stuff. But this time we also want to reward everyone, and I hope you have fun. And also we provided redundant kits for every track or every team, so you've got it in 2 versions. So please enjoy, and we would be very happy if you would further develop your prototypes to something fascinating. Okay, thank you, Statis. Let's move on to India, to Avijit and Deblina. Please open your mics and give us some words from India.
Hello, Raphael. Hello,
Hi.
Robert. Hello, Ronald. Everybody. Hi.
Hi, congratulations again. Great that you could make it.
It was a great journey. getting to know about these simulators, the online simulator, it was great. And last night, which I saw that debugging that part, that was really, really great thing. I was really amazed
Wasn't
by
it?
using that
Yeah,
part.
to use the debugger with the microcontroller online, steps
Yeah,
to then measure it when the signal will turn. So connect the analog and the digital world. You did it.
yeah. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it was a great journey and the interactions, the exposure. Like we really we love this exposure and this interaction. This was really great for us.
Thank you, Avijit. And Deblina, also please give us some words. Thank you.
I am at a loss of words. What to say? I'm really overwhelmed. I'm glad I got to meet with such great individuals throughout the hackathon, and it was great communicating with everybody. It was a great experience. The hard work that we put in finally paid off, and it couldn't get any better. Our families are rejoicing right now. Like I can't.
Say hello to everybody.
Absolutely, I will. Thank you.
Yeah, and all the best to India. We know you're in a difficult situations, but all the best, and we hope that everything will turn out better in the next weeks and months for globally.
We also do.
Like these happy news are like a breath of fresh air in midst of such difficult times.
And what I promised you, I will connect you to my Indian colleagues so that you have some special feedback from Infineon India. That's what I'm gonna do.
That would be great.
Yes.
That would be great.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank Norbert, please. Yes.
So please go visit them whenever you're in Bangalore and get some hardware.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Not just simulation, because in the end we need to build it. Correct.
Exactly.
Okay, so thanks Avijit and Deblina. Thank you to India. I saw also Saria joined, so welcome. Perhaps you want you and from the team of Statis. So hello to Villach. Please give us some words from your side.
Hi, well, I'm so happy to hear that we finally won this hackathon, and it is actually the first experience to work practically with the machine learning, and I'm really glad that I achieved it. Although it was quite difficult time for me to achieve the task into 48 hours, but I'm happy, yes, I achieved.
Okay, yeah. Wonderful.
And thanks a lot for the platform to practice this machine learning. And of course, you are really cooperative. Julian were also very cooperative, and we get all the queries solved by you. And yes, overall, it's a really nice experience. I'm really happy. We both are, in fact, very happy to won this hackathon.
Okay, thank you, Saria, and congratulations for collaborating with Statis. You both were looking for someone to cooperate, so you did an amazing job. Thank you. And finally, Martin, who is also here, and Aaron. Martin, please give us some
Hello, it's just me
words.
now because thanks for the hackathon. Aaron is already on the way to pick up his children, so it's just me now. It was really a great experience for us to work with all the hardware. And I'm quite happy that we could advance the project of building a small-scale ecosystem for educational purposes. And we are also very happy that we won the track, because I think it's an interesting thing to have to get children and young people to have hands-on experience with ecosystems and see how they work. And so I hope we can continue with it and see some results in the future. Thanks again for all the great support we had during the time.
Yeah, thank you, Martin, for being part of one of the teams. So we were quite impressed of your, let's say, strange idea. And we are looking forward to what will come out in the future. So because this biofeedback from a plant, I think, has to get some scientific background in the future. But let's see how things evolve, and please keep us updated and inform us either if you are running into any troubles where we eventually can assist, or if you have some great breakthrough, so that we celebrate together. Thank you.
Sure. Thanks.
If you need some sponsor investors, we will be there.
Norbert, we didn't hear you 100%.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, a bit.
So please keep us updated on this project.
Yeah, keep us updated on the project. Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah, you have some groupies now at Infineon and empty. Okay.
Very good.
Okay, so thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, and congratulations from everyone. This was really a wonderful event. And thank you especially to our partner, EIT Manufacturing, CLC East, Teresa, Peter. Thank you for this work we've done. We started in February, and it was really intense, but I think we can now be proud for the outcome, and especially we can be proud for all the teams that joined and contributed their whole innovation power. So those are the final words. So this is the point where I want to give my word back to the studio. And thank you everyone for showing up, showing interest. Goodbye.
Thank you, Raphael.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Raphael. Thank you, gentlemen, for being with us, and congratulations to all the winners. What a perfect pitching contest that was. What great ideas, what new innovative ideas. We are all excited here in the studio at EIT Manufacturing. I really appreciate the work that we had together with Infineon. I think this was a very good cooperation, and I'm looking forward to have more cooperations like that with Infineon Technologies. Thank you, guys. You were amazing.